This is 2024. So let's talk about some trade skill that can fetch you nothing less than 100K per year. So now, when maybe you're watching my video outside Canada or you are here already, to become a trade person in Canada is very easy. First, any province you find yourself, any province you have, just search for the trade and apprenticeship center near you. Go there, put your name down, get your first year ticket, then and look for a company that will sponsor your apprenticeship, that will take you as an apprenticeship. Or maybe the second option is look for a company that take you, that is looking for an apprenticeship, then register, apply to them, and they are going to train you. And even that is how I start my journey. So now my name is Taiwo, and I'm a technician here in Canada. So on my YouTube video, I talk more about trade, talk more about the blue collar jobs in general. So now if you have any question, just drop it as a comment below, and definitely I'll reply to your question. And also don't forget to click on the like and subscribe button, so it shows that you love my content, and I love you too. So now the first job I'm going to say is welder. So now welding in Canada is not a joking job. So it's something that is an hot cake that people don't really look into. But at least a minimum pay for welder in Canada is from 50 and above. So these guys earn 50, 60, 70, $80. And and it's something that it's something that anybody can do. And I have a friend that is a welder based in Nova Scotia, and at the shipping center in Nova Scotia, and his take home is $90 per hour. So now, and this is something that I can recommend for anyone that want to go into trade, and you feel like, okay, welding is okay for you, then go for welder, go for the welding. Like, you will never regret being a welder in Canada. And the second job I'm going to mention is carpenter. So right now the interest rate is getting low, day by day, and there are a lot of new buildings around. A lot of companies right now are in need of carpenters in Canada here, and being a carpenter here is a flex now, and because you are highly needed. And so now a minimum pay for a carpenter here is from $50 and above. A certified journeyman carpenter, and from $50 and above, depending, even more than that, depending on so many factors. And also, but a minimum pay they take home from $50 and above. So now the third job I'm going to mention is technician. So if you are an electrician here in Canada right now, no matter what, electrician will definitely be needed, no matter, even new building, old building, apartment, anyone. So electrician is highly needed here in this country. And a minimum pay for an electrician here, a certified electrician, is $50 and above. So depending on so many factors, they earn 70, 80, so many factors will determine what you earn. But the minimum pay for an electrician also is from $50 and above, and I'm not even including overtime. So now the fourth job I'm going to mention is you are long haul truck driver. So if you're a truck driver in Canada, we all know that trucking in Canada, Canada is in need of a truck driver, but a long haul truck driver is different from the local driver. So if you want to be if you want to go into the longer truck driver, then you have to get your class 5, you have to get your class 1, and you have to have so many experience, let's say 1 year experience or 2 year experience, because most companies don't want to hire truckers, a truck driver with non-experience or with just little experience. So trucking in Canada, especially the long haul truck driver, like those guys earn, because they pay them per miles, especially those that goes international. So like you go from Canada to Mexico, to US to Mexico, Mexico back to US, from US back to Canada. And if you want to go international, you only need the B1, the B2, or the B2 visa. So which is something that you can get, or maybe the company you're working for, they can get it for you. So trucking, if you cannot be an electrician in Canada, maybe okay, it's going to take a while to become one. If you cannot be a carpenter in Canada, you cannot be a welder and the rest of those trade skill, then I'll advise you can look for a truck, become a truck driver. So to become a truck driver in Alberta, where I'm based, it takes minimum from 5 to 6 months to become one, you know. So to be a certified class 1 truck driver, so which is the best thing. So now anybody, even if you have a family, you can still become a truck driver. You can still be doing local truck driver, and you'll be paid per hour. And the minimum pay for a local truck driver here, non-experienced truck driver in Canada here, especially in Alberta where I'm based, is from 35 so and above. But if you want to start driving the long haul truck driver, then you'll be paid per miles, because that one you'll be moving around. Even if you don't want to go international, you will be moving around the province from Alberta to Ontario to Saskatchewan, from Saskatchewan to Montreal, from Montreal to everywhere. So that is how the deal is. And at the end of the day, maybe within a month or so, you come home, you say hi to your family and all that for some few days, and boom, you're back to the business. So it's not something that is okay for family persons. So like if you have a family here, you have wife, you have children, and it's not, I would not advise you to become a long queue truck driver. So now, and another job I'm going to mention, and maybe this will be the last one I'm going to say, is the technician, the diesel technician, so the diesel mechanic. So now, if as a diesel mechanic myself, this is a job whereby the minimum pay a journeyman diesel mechanic in Canada, especially where I am in Alberta, is from 50 and above. So and one thing about diesel mechanic, it's as grade. Every other one, welding also has grade, you know, electrician also has grade and all that, but a diesel mechanic has grade. You know, there are some that, you know, maybe you only repair light towers and some other generators, diesel generators and all that, and you know, and that is for that they will pay you from 50 and above. Then if you want to go for those heavy equipment and all that, maybe for man lift, so for the huge truck and some other stuff, then it's maybe 80, 90 per hour. So now, and anybody, even after getting your journeyman, is just to go for 1 or 2 courses and all that, and you will also be, you know, earning that. Anybody can earn that pay. So now, and another one, this will be the last one. Yes, people don't really talk about this skill, like, and that will be the HVAC. So that will be the ventilation, air conditioning guys. One thing that is a job that people don't really know that it exists. Some people don't really know that they exist. Any building in Canada has to have a well ventilated. It has to be well ventilated. It has to have the air condition must be working well. You know, the heating must be working well, and some other things that has to be in place. And the job of these guys is to make all these things be available in every apartment here in Canada, and that is the HVAC guys. So now it's a very cool job. It's a job that your female can do. Male, every of these jobs I've done, you know, I have a female colleague, you know, and she's doing well, like really, really well for herself. So now, but for HVAC, is like, if we say cool business, like cool guys goes for HVAC, because they don't really stress themselves. I would say HVAC and electrician, both of them works hand in hand, and you see lazy guys, lazy people go for HVAC and electrician, and so I'm so sorry for using that word, but it's this kind of a job that they're always clean, you know, anyone can do it. It doesn't really require much manpower and all that, and these guys earn money. And so now, an HVAC, like a non-experienced, like normal, the minimum pay for HVAC in Canada, like a certified HVAC in Canada, is from 70 and above. Just look at it, 70 and above, because they don't really have much people into it, so they can increase their rates, and you know, they can decide on what they want to, you know, they want to ask from you and all that. So now, yeah, this will be the end of my video. So if you love my content and you love what I produce, don't forget to click on the like and the subscribe button. And if you have any question to ask me, don't forget to drop it below. So I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.